Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. And we'll disregard this because we've already done this. This is in 18 days. This Norway-Wales game. We don't have to worry about that. It'll be in the next Wales episode. But it is the summer transfer window to kind of quickly go through everything. Our balance, 4.6 million in the balance. Transfer budget is 38.38 million. We have our vision and kind of our things that we have to do from the board. Work within the payroll budget and avoid relegation. Nothing crazy. We are still national reputation because we haven't got a European berth. We're good in everything but youth facilities. Our youth team, our under 21s, did get promoted up to the first division, so they're going to be playing with the big boys, the rest of the big boys, because we had to get up there. And then from there, our under 18s are playing at the highest level as well. I think we can find that, if I'm not mistaken, in overview, not landmarks, not records. In general? Well, there is one where it allows it. It's all right. It'll kind of tell you what it is, but I'm not sure where it is. The biggest thing is we are determined team personality. Bruno Fernandes is going to be leaving. We've stayed up the Prem for 3 seasons, getting better each season. So 14th in year 1, 15th in year 2, so about the same finish. But this year, top half table finish. Well, it was 10th last season. That's right, if we haven't clicked over. And then we had the 11th. So, 14, 15, then 10, 11. We're getting better. We're getting better. And I have a question for myself. I was thinking about playing a 4-2-3-1. Not Caputo playing a thing playing forward. It'd be an advanced forward there. But thinking about playing like this, but I think we're going to end up still playing like this. I don't know. We'll kind of see what we end up getting, but it depends on the players that we have. But as of right now, we're going to play a vertical tiki-taka like this in a 4-2-3-1. With that in mind, we have a lot of players to go through, and I have a lot of offers to send out for players. So let's get into this one. We're going to be having at the bench, Hector Hornios is 20, and I think he turns 21. Yes, no, that's the wrong one. He turns 21 towards the end of the season, or towards the start of the season. Anyone else at this point? I think Thiago will be staying up with us. Valente is going to be playing and probably starting for us on the left side. And then who knows what we're going to do in the middle. But Rodani's going to be here. Sensio, Odogu, Rios, Alberto, Horning, and Hornios is the only ones that I know for a fact that we're keeping. Other than that, everyone else could be sold. We need to rethink how many players we're kind of holding, plus Bruno Fernandes is retiring. So there's that. So let's get into this one. I'm going to start offering players out, and well, I'll tell you how it goes. So the big things we have going on right now is we have a lot of players going out. So Ulrich Bruce, we know he was going to Midtjylland before the season end. Looks like Graysick will likely go for 5 million, and I think it's 30% profit in the future to Plymouth. We'll see if he actually takes that. I think he will. Leo Castine goes to Portsmouth for 1 million. Maris Kirkane goes to Kansapur in Turkey for 10 million, and then that also has a 50% clause with that one. So we'll get 50% profit off this future sale because he will be sold in the future. Brennan Musto goes to PTM. I think that was before that was off free. And then the biggest thing was, should we sell Dane Scarlett? Well, he was going to opt anyway, and I thought maybe we'd get more money for him. So what we did is he had a release clause of 56.5 million. I put that down to 56, or not 56, 36.5. So we put it down to 36 and 50% of his next sell. So Fulham bit with that. They're at the Sky Bet League Championship right now. I think they actually may have gotten promoted. Maybe. Or Burnley won it. We'll see. So Fulham does get promoted, so does Leeds and Burnley. So those are the three teams that are moving up. With that in mind, the teams that are going down, we know are... Oops, I'm going to go back here. Are Leicester City, who also has Europa Conference League football because of winning a cup. Bournemouth and Ipswich. And we did get a crazy player in on loan from Leicester City. And that will be Moise. I mean, he's French, but maybe it's Moise Knock. He's going to come in. He is already just a phenomenal player to begin with. He already knows English. He has some good skill, technical skill. And I think this is a good player to place up at the attacking midfield. So I think he's going to be good up there with his, maybe his concentration isn't the greatest for Shadow Striker, but maybe on attack, his composure is good. So on attack, I think this is a great player there. Then we had Werder and Udinese actually be in the relegation zone for their respective. Udinese is in Italy and Werder is in the Bundesliga in Germany. So we got them for some clauses. This is 19.25 was clause for Lovro Zdanovic. And he is just a player-ready guy that can come in. Although he has to learn English, the man is still, even though he says he's not good at heading, he has good jumping reach. He is decent jumping reach, decent bravery. He might go up for a header or two, but the biggest thing is we're going to use him as an inverted winger on the left side. So he's going to be playing out there, crossing the ball, doing what he can do out there. Good vision, good technique. And we'll see what he can do out there. He's spirited, good consistency. He's a speedster, that great vision, versatility because he could play all over. So he could move if we have any injuries. Adaptability, matches. He's got some international experience. I mean, the man can do work. So he'll be out there. And then Aldo Rodriguez, saw him. I was like, maybe we can pull him for 11 million. And the man, I think before the season ended, was like valued at probably like 30 million or so. And I'm like, let's snag him up and let's play him in the middle. So even though he's 5'10", his tackling and everything like that, I mean, this is a guy that's good bravery. He's going to go up for the ball. Adaptability, athleticism. He has both feet, so it's going to be good in the middle. Versatility. We might put him out wide if we need to. Playing a fullback, say on support. We might do a little bit of that. And to be honest, that might be the best spot for him. On the right. And pulling in Thiago play. Thiago can play that. So maybe it might be better to do one of these. Maybe we pull one of these. And then Rodriguez, while he's not great at crossing and stuff like that, I think he'd be good. I mean, at the end of the day, there's still Thiago outside with an 8 crossing. And, I mean, it's not going to be the greatest crossing, but we're going to rely on the guys up here to kind of do their thing. So, there's that. I think those are 3 good signings that we'll see. They'll put Montanez in the middle, Caputo up top, or subs up top, Jebison, Gullenback, and Velisic. With these three, maybe we go for another one. Maybe. I don't know. We're getting players out slowly but surely as they come back in on loan, and we'll see what we kind of do. I think there's a couple of signings we still do. I mean, it's 29 still 29 that we need to actually use. And it is only 3 days before the window. So some of these guys are actually going to leave. So to kind of give you a little idea, so you guys can comment down below and kind of tell me what you want to see. So when we're looking at our list, let's move a couple over already signed. If we have them already signed, or at least the ones that have work permits. Where is the other one? Okay. So what we're kind of looking at is, out of these lists, I've kind of went through, and there's probably some more through there. So this is the biggest one. I don't think we could pull Anthony back. So that's one thing. We tried to get Ian Downey. He has no interest. We wanted to get him on loan. Luca Di Giacomo playing at Augsburg. I mean, there's still a lot of money from that. Stefan Vitan was another one from Inter. I just think he is too good for him to be even, not interested whatsoever from that. Pascal Cogman was one that I was thinking, because Bournemouth was relegated down, so he is asking to be sold. $51 million. Now, there's one thing that we could do with this, and it might be another loan. However, the fact is, if we were to loan him in, it is going to be a lot of money. If we were to buy him next season. So that would mean, though, if we had a good finish, we'd be up there. Now, he only has 8 finishing, so out wide, you're talking about an advanced playmaker, or you're looking at an advanced playmaker in the middle. And that might be actually the best bet, where Montanez can actually get in the middle. As a forward like this, we have a winger, and then we have an advanced playmaker on attack, facilitating. But we also do have knock as well, so maybe it becomes knock will be up there. We might end up going, you know what? Could we get let's see. I think we can actually get him in on a loan. So I kind of leave that up to you. I'm not sure if we actually need him, but you'd be a good player. So I kind of leave that up to you. So Kevin Mina, that is a massive ask for United. Hernan Nido, he would be great to bring in, but you're talking about a guy that would have to play wing back, and he's a good wing back, but with us changing formation, it's not great. Now here's the other one I was thinking, 7.4. It is Fabian Cepeda. He is playing in Argentina at Boca. And I think this is be a good one to bring in as well. He's a wonder kid. It's going to take him a while for him to adjust to life in England. So I think this would be a good one to kind of get him in and out of like an attacking rotation wise with the guys up top. So he would be on the bench at first until he finally gets acclimated in playing. And so I think this is a big one that we'll probably end up doing in the future as well. Peter Seebeck. I don't think we're going to pay that from Lazio. Same thing with Ulm. I don't think Mika Barath is going to actually leave. Luke Knight, that's another one we were looking at that wasn't going to happen. David Luiz Ambiri. This man looks absolutely amazing. The biggest thing is, well, actually, he's probably the best that we could do. At 23, this man would be an absolute monster as a wing back. So maybe that's something we do as well there. Well, Sanat was one that we looked at for a long while. They just don't think paying Watford $65 million is really worth it. Yannick Noah. This man is an absolute first touch passing master, and he looks good. It's just, this is a loan prospect, if anything. Suleiman Dybali, him being 5'6" and trying to play on the outside, he's just not going to win anything out wide. Plus for $50 million, it's just not there. Carlos Pitton, while I like his physicals, he leaves more to be desired outside of that, but we have him in other lists. Milan Milanovic, this man is an absolute monster at goal scoring, and he's only one-footed, but for $41 million, I'm just not feeling that. Kenzo Kirajara, I did not think that he could be someone that I want more in the box up top. And I think he's more of an advanced playmaker. This man's physicals is awesome. Abakar, but we've looked at him, we've passed before, and I just don't think it's there. Martin's all over the place. Biggest thing is all over the place is definitely not his height. He's not going to win balls in the air. Now this one was intriguing with him. Ricardo Escudero. Now I believe so America did stay out of relegation, and while he has good finishing and dribbling, I don't think he gets much better than this. However, it's only 9.8 million. But keep him on there for you. I don't really like Alexandro Zoran. I didn't really like him because although a lot of things are blue here, I just don't think for 80 million that is worth it from PSG. Huang Young's son. I want someone that can grow. He looks good, but Sergey, he's not bad as one that can his good work rate, everything like that. I just don't think he would be good starting center back. I desire more from Man City than with that. Rodriguez, we can't get him in because he's 16. Now I was looking at Feast as Feast as someone that could possibly play in the middle. All these red just in the jumping reach. Plays pretty much outside. He's not going to play defensive mid. It's just not going to happen. I thought he might be a good one. Here's Guilherme. I think Guilherme will be a good player. He's just not going to come over. Forst. I think Forst would be an amazing part, but he's not leaving Real Madrid. It's just not going to happen. This is Juan Jorge Lavandere, and I thought he looked great other than his technique. At 17 years old, that could be someone, but again, he's 17. We can't bring him over. McQueen Cabrera, I didn't really like his jumping reach and his strength for a guy that would play up top. Smakar, I mean, at 17, that might be something. Jordan Davies we're bringing on there, and I tried to get Sandro Talley. That's really it. Let's kind of skim through here. release, there's nothing there. For expiring contracts, I didn't really see a whole lot. I don't think... Oh, Raheem Diaz has no interest coming over here, and he was the big target that I might bring in that is actually here. And then a couple of them we looked at. 5'9", playing in the middle. We need a defensive midfield there. Sort of attacking. Just not a lot of choices. Casey here. Casey is decent, but I mean, he's not going to win those balls, those crosses, and that kind of turns me off from there. And there's not really much of Julian Brandt. Julian Brandt's down here, and he's just not fast. Just looking down here, I didn't really see much. Future prospects, I was looking through this, and we might pick off a couple of the 19-year-olds. There's Cabrera here. Betancourt might be one, but again, how much is that really going to help us in the long run? I just did not see much. Just didn't see much in the future campaigns. Future prospects. I put a lot in a maybe because I was unsure of a lot of these players. I like Isaac Johansson, and I think he could be a role player. But you're talking about a role player that maybe isn't the greatest DM, and that kind of concerns me. We would have to play him as an attacking mid. The thing is, he's already signed a contract to Copenhagen, so there's that. And then for some of the other people we put in here, like Walker Peters, I liked him, but I would like someone a bit faster. We know about Luis Maximino. He was great for us. I think when we took on Wolves, or great against us, I should say, against Wolves, but we just couldn't do much against him. But at the end of the day, I don't think we need another keeper. We kind of are already set there. Dodo, not too bad. Just, I didn't see a lot in the maybes. I looked through the relegated teams, and even the relegated teams, we got the cream of the crop that we can really go for. Now, Bryn Worthell was one that we might, but we don't really need a defender. We got a couple of better defenders here. Cogman was the only big one that I was like, I wasn't sure about in the grand scheme of things, but pretty much everyone else we know all about, and we're not particularly worried about those guys like going anywhere else. Superstars we look through here, I mean, a lot of them have zero interest coming here. We're just not getting European football. So until we get European football, these guys have no want or desire to come here. Top 50 youngsters, we plucked a couple out of here previously. Now we could keep on doing that, and I would like to keep on doing that. On the flip side, a lot of them are 16. Just went at Real Madrid, who's 18. Just the biggest thing is they are too young to travel across the ocean and join the boys in England that I want. So that's one thing. The potential is out there with a lot of these players, though. So it's going to be something that we can notice over in the future of who it will be. I like Jamie Oliveras. He is at Portsmouth. There's no way in hell we can get him from Portsmouth. He's also 5'3". Ribeiro would be one, but again, we're not going to be able to afford a lot of them, and I think we have to just kind of bargain shop right now until we get some European football. The biggest thing is wait for these guys that are at 17 and below, and or 17, 16, maybe 18, and bring them in. Unfortunately, some of them are going to go to Liverpool because they like Liverpool and those top teams in the division, and we're just Not going to be able to entice those guys. We're just not going to be able to. Like even here, even though he wants to go to a higher team, a stronger squad, he just doesn't want to come to Wrexham. So there's that. And the yeses, we kind of got the ones in the yeses that I was particularly big on. Cogman was the only big one as well, but still Worthall. You got many of the same names here, and really, I think the biggest issue is we need a better team, but I don't want to go out so far and literally destroy our team and our team's financial health trying to compete, and we ultimately don't. So it's a slow and steady race, and I believe with the 3 or 4 players, maybe the 5th or 6th we might bring in, those will be the ones that end up getting us over the hump and into European football. So that's kind of the idea. If you see anyone else that I've kind of moused over, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm going to end this one here. I'll give you one day to kind of look it over, and I showed you some guys in the scouting portion. The biggest ones are really these top 3 or 4 really. I'm not sure about Ricardo, but if you do, that might be something. But really about Pascal, Cogman, this would be one that we would have to loan in. Fabian Sapita would one that we buy. V. Louise and Beery would be one that we loan to buy. And Yannick Noah would be one that we would probably buy. And then Ricardo Escudero would be one that we could probably buy. And then about these 4 that hopefully when they turn 18, we can pull them in, and those will be some good players that are under 21s and are under 18s. What I'm actually going to do with these 2 teams is I'm going to organize them in a way that makes sense, i.e., we're going to cut down the numbers, and we're going to have probably a few more here, and then we're going to loan from there after we make the team. So we don't want to aggressively loan too many players and have too many players kind of up and down. We kind of want the 26 only. So really we need just strikers and maybe an attacking mid. So really those 2 players. So essentially out of these 4, what 2 are the best ones to get? I'm probably going to say it's going to be these 2, but also Sapita could be one that we bring in and just reorganize stuff, because Ward-Prowse is 36 years old, will probably retire. Pulisic is 33. He's kind of towards that. So we got a couple of pending retirements, so I'm fine with going with a couple extra players into next season. So that's going to be it for this episode. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments of those 4 guys. You would think maybe I should go against all 4. Maybe that'll be the biggest thing. Our finances can afford the loans for them, everything like that, and especially they'll afford it when we actually cut down in numbers. So it's the first time I'm doing a split transfer window, because I want some thoughts, because I'm kind of torn. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Go leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.